This is my first stream ever, and I'll be covering football down here in the RGV, Rio Grande Valley, down in South Texas. And I'm very excited to see what comes out of this this little venture of mine. And let's see what happens. I'll be covering the sub 5A and the 6A, 5A, and also the RGV Vaqueros, their inaugural season. They have a game coming Saturday at 7 p.m. I believe it's at Sul Ross. I don't think it's a home game. Need to double check on that one. But hey, I think the Valley's really excited about it. There are some Valley talent there, and see what happens. See how much. Not to be kind of skeptical, but see how much game time they really do get as far as versus the the out of Valley talent that has been recruited. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the sub 5A. Okay, first there's a I'll go ahead and go through the their sub 5A top 5 rankings that's posted on rgvsports.com. Okay, at number 1 they have Brownsville St. Joseph Academy. Now those guys have always been pretty good. Not very good in numbers as sometimes they are, but they do have some very good talent that goes there, and they do a real good job. As far as I know, Tito Villarreal is still over there, and I hear he does pretty good as well. All right. They should be pretty strong. They're ranked at number 1. Then you got Port Isabel with my boy Tony Villarreal, and that is a tough running offense that he has over there, and they always play strong on defense. So they should have some good turnout this year as far as games won and lost versus lost. And then you got La Feria at number 3. La Feria has always had big numbers. They do have a different coach from a couple years ago, from Coach Salinas, in which they had lots of success. It's curious to see how well they do. And then Santa Maria. Ooh, I was a defense coordinator there for 1 year. It's a tough crowd over there, but see what's happening. They've been winning some games in the past couple of years, so it's interesting to see. Always strong, out of strong in the 2A division is La Villa Cardinals. They've always done pretty good. All right, so bringing it down with Class 4A, Division 1, Hidalgo. Jason Wheeler's in his second year, and last year they didn't do too good. They were getting pretty strong under Coach Stumball, but then Stumball had to retire, or he chose to retire. Now probably living the good life, drinking margaritas somewhere. But Jason Wheeler is a good coach, and he didn't fare too well last year, but he does have 20 returning lettermen returning. Then you got Valley View. Well, Valley View doesn't always do too well, so I don't see much. I mean, they do have 19 returning lettermen coming, but I really don't see anything positive coming out of there. And then at the Class 4A Division 2, you got La Grulla, my former school that I coached at and taught at. Now they're under the direction of Alejandro Bazan. He should be, I believe it's his 3rd year. Okay. Last year they finished 1-9 overall, and of course 0-3 in district. I do remember them saying that last year that they did suffer from a lot of injuries late in the season, and lost some really they lost some games by a lot. Okay, but they do have 17 returning lettermen, so let's see how they do this year. Then we already discussed La Feria, Port Isabel, and now let's go to Class 3A with Lyford with my boy Jerry Hadagi. Okay, he should be in his 5th, 6th year there. Last year they finished 6-5 overall with 4-3 in district. They did go to the playoffs last year, and this year they returned with 15 lettermen. They've always a bunch of tough kids over there. And you got Progreso. Again, I'm going to go ahead and skip them. I'm sorry, but they are struggling. One of my former kids, Saul Hinojosa, has taken over the offense over there, and so it'll be curious to see how they do. And he's always a good motivator, and he's always about the kids, and he does a real good job with them. Hopefully he has some success there. Then you got Raymondville. Raymondville did do too well last year, but they are under the direction of Will Littleton. It's his first year. For many years, they've always been pretty strong. Again, just like Lyford, they have basically the same kind of kids, and they're very tough. They play tough. Then Rio Hondo. Yeah, Rio Hondo's in the Arroyo area. Okay. These guys under Rocky James, this is 18th. I mean, I think Rocky's been there for like forever, and he is going to be, again, have an awesome year. I see it. With 17 returning lettermen. Hey, they finished 6-1 district last year, and they went pretty good. In the Class 3A, we have Monte Alto with fourth year coach Fred Gonzalez. He's a good guy, but they also struggle with kids all coming out and learning the game of football, and then kids come and go. Of course, numbers have always been a struggle, especially with the charter schools opening up, pulling kids away. Then you got Santa Rosa with Joe Maria Chalar. Hey, he did have some success last year with at Santa Rosa at 8-3 overall and 4-2 in district. He has 10 kids returning, 10 returning lettermen, and then down onto Santa Maria, La Cougars. Bobby Gaitan is in his first year. Hey, he went. Last year's record was 8-3, 3-2 in district. Not too bad. And then, of course, 14 returning lettermen. And they may continue their success. Then Class 2A, Division 2, Villavia. Hey, they have a new coach out there. It's Joseph Garcia. And last year they went 7-4 overall, 4-0 in district. And they returned 18 lettermen, which at La Villa in the small schools, that is a lot. That's basically almost your whole team right there. All right, coach, we got Tino Villarreal with St. Joe's. And it's hard to tell about of course, they're also TAPS, a private school. It's hard to tell what they have coming back as far as lettermen. But they've always been successful. 10-2 overall, 3-0 in district last year. We look to see that they'll probably have continued success. All right, moving on. We'll go ahead and go to our sub 5As. Our 6As and 5As. My apologies. Now, if anybody wants to chat in or call in at any time, please let me know. Number is, I'm going to give you a number. It is my personal number. It is my phone number, 956-360-5502. Or any questions, or you want to report any scores or anything like that, please do. I'll be going through the scores tomorrow, and maybe some a little bit today because we do have some games kicking off tonight and there should be about second quarter already. All right, moving on. And My apologies. My window over here just closed, and now I got to bring it back up. So just give me a sec. And where did it go? All right, now we're at the 5A, 6A. According to RGVsports.com, they have at the top 10 PSA North. PSA North is very, very strong. They've won district 4 years in a row and have gone at least 3 or 4 deep in the last few years. They are followed by Los Fresnos, the Falcons. Not too familiar with them. They're from the other side of the valley. And then you got Brownsville Vets. Brownsville Vets has always been pretty competitive in the Brownsville area, as well as Los Fresnos. And Edinburgh Vela here in Edinburgh, they have always been very strong, and they've always had the cream of the crop there. And bringing in, they brought up and have a lot of talent there. McAllen Memorial, another strong running team. Then you got Mercedes at number 6, Harlingen High at 7, Westaco at 8, and then Sharyland High School at 9, and Edinburgh High. And I have not seen Edinburgh High Bobcats up in the top 10 in quite some time. Maybe I missed it last year, but they do have, they are ranked. Now, breaking those guys down, I do see, I believe PSA North will be cream of the crop this year, followed by Edinburgh Vela. And hopefully Sharyland High will also be up there. Rio Grande City, my hometown, hopefully they'll be out there. Shout out to Abel Gonzalez. He's always done a real good job with the kids and is all about the kids. And I'm sure he'll do a great job this year with what they got. And that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my previews of my look at the top 10. Don't have much to say about some of those teams, but who knows? There are some predictions for district at the 15-5A Division 2. They have Sharyland at High at 1st, Sharyland Pioneer 2nd, Mission Vets at 3, and Alice at 4, and at 5, Roma. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the UTRGV Vaqueros. This is their inaugural season coming up this year, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. They do have some talent there, and let's see, we got any scores yet? And let me refresh, see if any scores have come in. We have, nothing's been reported yet. Tonight's games, you have Edinburgh High versus Mercedes, Donna North versus at Economitas, Brownsville Porter versus Gruya, and Brownsville Lopez versus Juarez Lincoln, and Valley View versus Rio Hondo. Oh, there's a lot of games tonight. PSA North at San Benito, There's a score there. PSA North 7, San Benito 0. And that's all we have for tonight. Reported so far. Rest of the games are scoreless. Apparently, if you have any scores, make sure you call them in to where it needs to be reported. Probably at rgvsports.com. Just report it there. And then, okay, now going into the UTRGV, the Vaqueros, okay, see what they have for football. Okay, so August 30th, they will be taking on Sul Ross. Okay, that game is looking to be played over there. However, if you do want to see it, the 5x5 Brewing Company in Mission will be showing the game live there on a big screen. And if you want to go see it, I do not believe there's any charges for admission or anything like that. But of course, you got your alcohol there. All right, and just be safe. Looking for the roster. Let's see with the roster. We got any Valley boys there? Ooh, lots of boys. All right. Going through it. That's Atzel Chavez is a quarterback out of Laredo. Not exactly the RGV or what we consider the RGV here. But sometimes they consider it. Then you have, let's see, it's still going through. There's one, Bryan, Texas, Marcus Hurd Jr. That name, he plays some football. That's a defensive back. Let's see, not seeing very many so far. Of course, I haven't gotten out of the single digits yet. Got Bernie, Seguin, Humble, Pflugerville. Here's one, Mission. Oh, that's right. We got Eddie Lee Marburger, 6'2", 215 pounds, originally from out of Sharyland Pioneer High School. He did sign with UTSA coming out of high school, and now he's back here in the Valley to represent the Valley with the Vaqueros. Looking down, see if we got any more. And San Benito, here we go. Fabian Garcia, running back. 5'8", 180 pounds out of San Benito. He's a redshirt freshman. Sorry that. Okay, then we have Corpus Christi. Edinburgh, Texas, Jamal Poley, running back. He's out of Vela High School. Moving along. See more from San Antonio, Houston, Bishop. You got Trey Bright out of Mont Bellevue, Texas. This guy's got the stash. If you ever go to the roster, look him up. Hey, he plays linebacker. I don't know if that's good or bad to make fun of his mustache, but man, I wouldn't say anything. Then we have still College Station, Vallejo, California. We got one from New Jersey, San Antonio, Cibolo, La Jolla, Texas, Abram Garcia, defensive lineman out of La Jolla, Texas, played at Palmview High School. Moving along. San Benny, Frank Medina, another offensive lineman. He did play a little bit at Texas A&M Keensville, and now he's down here and back in the Valley to represent the RGV. I have Harlingen, Texas, Mekihi Blue. Offensive lineman, boy, big boy, 6'6", 324 pounds, out of the Marine Military Academy out of Harlingen, Texas. Hoorah! Then we have, moving along, Far, Texas, PSA North High School, Sergio Aparicio. A wide receiver, 5'10", 180 pounds. I remember hearing a lot about him out of PSA North when he was playing there. Did have a few other. I think he related to some other Aparicio, so it did very well. Not sure if he's related, but I did hear a lot of good things about this particular kid while he was in high school. In Brownsville, Texas, Claudio Torres, wide receiver, played at St. Joseph Academy. Jackson Shoup, tight end out of Robert Vela High School in Edinburgh, Texas. And that's about does it. Also coaching out of there, a couple former Valleyites. You have Marco Regalado. Hey, he is a running back coach, recruiting coordinator. He's been having a really good career, moving around to different schools at the college level. And now he's back here at the UTRGV to coach college. I'm sorry. There at the Vaqueros, along with Gunnar Henderson, the wide receivers coach. Hey, I went to school with his father, Chris. A really good kid there. Now moving to the preview. Now they'll be taking on Sul Ross this weekend. Sul Ross went from Division 3 to Division 2. That's a good thing for their program because now they can go ahead and bring in some more kids with scholarship opportunities, and it's going to be interesting to see how a new program like UTRGV, the Vaqueros, can do versus a school that has already been established, but is now moving up in the college ranks as far as Division 2. Now, I do see. I'm not totally sure who I can predict on that one, but I would kind of think that it would favor more to UTRGV's favor, being that they've already been practicing pretty much for like 2 years already, and I believe they're ready and fired up to go. Sul Ross has always been a pretty tough school as well. Not always consistent, but I'm not aware of what they did last year. So I'm going to treat it both as two brand new programs, and I am going to favor the UTRGV Vaqueros on that one. Now, going into high school predictions. Okay. I want to go ahead and go over that here. Now, Mercedes at Edinburgh High. Yes, I will take Mercedes. Economitas at Donna North. I would think Donna North, but I'm going to go ahead and take Economitas on that one. Gruya at Brownsville Porter. I'm going to go ahead and go with Gruya only because I coached there, and I know the staff there. But hopefully they can pull it through. Juarez Lincoln versus Brownsville Lopez. We're going to go with Brownsville Lopez. Rio Hondo versus Valley View. Rio Hondo, of course. San Benny versus PSA North. I'm going to go with PSA North. Brownsville Rivera versus La Jolla. Might flip a coin on that one. 50-50. But I might go toward Rivera. Donna High at Ed Couch. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Máquina Amarilla, the Yellow Jackets from Ed Couch. Harlingen High, Wesco High. I see that most of the riders pros Wesco High. I'm gonna go ahead and go the same way. Hidalgo of Brownsville Pace. I'm gonna go Brownsville Pace. Only that based on last year's record for Hidalgo. And then Ingleside La Feria. I'll go with La Feria. Port Isabel at Lyford. I'm going to go with Jerry Hodeggy, my boy, and Lyford. Well, then again, I also got Tony Villarreal. So, that's a tough one right there. But I'm going to go with Lyford. Progreso MMA. Yes, I'm going to go with MMA. My little devil pups. And yes, I did serve in the Marine Corps. Hoorah. Then we have PSA Southwest, La Jolla, Palmview. I'm going to go with Palmview. Matt Kai at Los Fresnos. And I'm going to take Los Fresnos. Mission High at Mission Vets. I'll go with Coach Gilpin at Mission Vets. PSA Memorial versus Brownsville Vets. And I'm going to go with Brownsville Vets on that one. Sharyland Pioneer at PSA. And that one's kind of a toss coin there. But I might have to favor PSA High School at that. I did go see some of the kids there at PSA. I know they're pretty good. They're pretty stout. They're pretty big. And at Sharyland Pioneer, kids looked a little bit kind of small, a little bit younger. Okay. Wesco East versus Sharyland High. I used to coach Sharyland High, but kind of don't know which way to go there with Coach Krell. So I'm going to go with, it's kind of like a flip a coin there, but I might go like 53, 47, 55, 45. I'm going to go for Sharyland there. All right. Then we have McAllen Memorial versus Hannah, and I'm going to take the Mustangs of McAllen Memorial. Edinburgh High Edinburgh Vela versus Edinburgh North, and I will take Vela and the Sabercats. Rowe versus Harlingen South. I'm going to go Harlingen South on that one. Fremont at Monte Alto. I'll go Fremont. Roma at Rio Grande City. The Battle of Starr County. And I'm going to go with my boy, Coach Gonzalez, and with Rio Grande City. Next, Santa Maria at La Villa. I'm going to go with La Villa. They always find a way to pull out games, and a new coach. Yeah, I think the kids will persevere there. Santa Rosa at UAT Tamaulipas, Mexico. And we're going to go with the Valley, Santa Rosa. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to try and tune in tomorrow. I will record some tomorrow for some updates on tonight's games, just to check real quick, see if maybe there's some updated scores before I sign off. I will also preview the rest of the games for Saturday for college football, but only I'm not going to do the whole thing. Just basically round up the top 25, and of course my Texas Aggies, my Texas A&M Aggies, UT football, and let's see if there's any other updates with UT RGV Vaqueros. And then again on Saturday evening, I'll go ahead and record, get ready for NFL. I'm sorry, NFL doesn't, I'm way ahead of schedule, but we'll go ahead and cover some of the college games on Sunday, and of course the results from the rest of the games from high school football here in the RGVB, and then preview next week's. All right. Y'all take care. Good night. See you later. By the way, no score updates. Good night.